To which course of fate do you seek answers, my child of Simulanka? Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When that time comes, I shall dance and return the tracks beneath my people's feet back to the stars in the sky. The hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall restore peace to this world. Go and push the gear that connects up to the starry sky. When the hero from another world, supported by their companions, shall go and push the gear.
So, Miss Navia was right. The goddess of prophecy didn't tell—
Fair enough. Guess we'll just have to play it by ear.
Then first, we have to restore the sky back to its original state by putting the stars back in their positions. Let me do a quick count. All right. Adding in the ones we picked up on the way here, I think that's all of them. Let's go hang these stars back up in the sky.
In the sky? How do we get up there?
Oh, I got us covered. We will, of course.
Is that a flying train?
Hey, you already took a train that runs on water. Is it—
Well, at least the Maritime Express—
Oh, come on. Don't worry about it. This train has been blessed. It took me a lot of effort to find it, you know. I don't think anyone's used it in, like—
100 years? Are you sure it's safe? Let's not forget that the goddess of prophecy—
Well, it's not like we have any other options. Unless you want to do the honors, Paimon. Fancy—
No, thank you. It's way too high up. Oh, wait, Milu. You've got
I can try.
Okay, fine.
That's the spirit.
I think I'll stay behind. That way, if some—
That makes sense. If the train does break down, you can make us a—
Best of luck! Best of luck!
Aerial Express moving out.
Whoa, it really is flying!
What an amazing feeling. I've never been on a flying train before.
Neither have we!
That should do it. On to the next location.
are so high up. Don't look down. Don't look down.
Oh, hang in there, Paimon. The hard part's nearly over. After that, it's downhill all the way.
Don't say downhill all the way! That is the last thing Paimon wants to hear! We're finally done! Okay, let's get back down while this train is still working!
Great job!
Yeah, and it was an absolute blast.
Huh?
Halt! What do you think you're doing?
Get out of my way!
What's going on?
Your Majesty, there!
Let us through!
Stay back!
It's okay. Let them...
Your Majesty, could we please ask you not to turn the gear?
And why is that?
As you have seen, the goddess's gift is very important to us. It keeps us...
Some of us, we just aren't ready to lose that protection.
I see.
Your
I won't turn that gear. Not until you're ready.
What?
I've said before that the Metropole belongs to the people. And they... But let me ask you this. How do you plan to solve the issues we are currently...
Well, we'll start by rescuing the people that have gotten stuck.
And have you made any headway on that?
Unfortunately, not.
Hey, you little...
I'm sorry, my friend, but it's the truth.
You have friends and family that have been affected, don't you?
Duh.
I understand your concerns. But if we let this drag on for much longer, the situation may well get...
Yes, but if we turn that gear now, all the tracks...
I know this is a hard decision to make. But have you ever thought about why the goddess might have made...
Huh?
Why do you think she might decide to take back her gift and stop...
Are you saying she has abandoned...
No. Quite the opposite.
What do you mean?
The goddess dearly loves this world and all the people of Simulanka. Every parent hopes their child... If a mother bird lets her... Children can only become independent if they're allowed to form...
But we've relied on the goddess's protection for so long. We don't know...
Are you kidding me? I think you've...
What do you mean?
You made a call in a time of crisis. And you've come all this way to talk to me.
But we only did it because...
Why you set out on the journey doesn't matter.
My friend, I fear our king is right.
What? But...
We can't go on living like this. Living in fear. Look at what it's driven you to do. You once revered her more than any of us. And I think...
I don't care anymore. Do what you want.
Aw,
I'm sorry about my friend. That's just how he is.
Is it just me, or...
I think so. Not that you'll ever... Your Majesty, please turn the gear that...
So, you've made up your mind? About...
Yes, I've made up my mind. But maybe losing the gift isn't what this...
Well, now, gather around, everyone.
So the stars hanging in the sky...
this entire metropole is a huge...
How do you...
A little scared and uncertain. But for some reason, I feel...
figured out any next...
To be honest, not really. But...
I have an idea. If you don't know what to do, why don't you start...
You mean the people who got stuck because of the god?
I mean, anyone and everyone who needs...
What kind of experience, Your Majesty?
Yes. We'll need a formal organization with a catchy name before we go out and start helping people. Why don't we call it the Spina di Rosula?
Spina di Rosula?
Ooh, or even the Spina di Rosula di Simulanka. Yeah, that's...
Wow, big expansion for...
Spina di Rosula.
Well then, how about I appoint...
What? You're planning on fighting the dragon?
He's right. Your Ma...
How are you two on the same side?
Perhaps Your Majesty is unaware of this. The great dragon suddenly... After that, it spat out a strange fog that...
Before Your Majesty arrived.
Yikes.
Isn't that all the more reason for us to go?
King Navia is right. We cannot...
Very well. Though I have not served...
You're a...
He probably did...
Since you're serious about this, I won't try and stop you.
Oh, right! So there's a line going there too?
Yes, it was originally built to serve the workers commuting to the Titanium mines, but it has been abandoned since the dragon attack. I'll tell the conductor to wait for you at the platform by the side gate to the Metropole, first thing tomorrow.
Oh, thank you for your concern. While I'm gone, I leave the Metro...
Yes, Your Majesty.
Just call me boss from now on.
So, the plan for tomorrow is... Journey across the... Ooh, that's an adventure and a half.
At least we'll get to see some amazing scenery along the way.
Plus, we're pretty well equipped for a classic heroes versus dragons story. We got
Paimon can definitely see that. Anyway, those are tomorrow's problems. Right now, all Paimon wants is to eat up her...
Well,
the vegetable oil and sawdust.
So, are you all set? Ready to start investigating? Great! Then let's go! I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before. Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you. Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask? Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look. Uh-huh. I was sure...
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she...
What? Who's...
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie. They saw a narrow path off to the...
Okay, but...
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a coma...
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed... All right, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to...
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what?
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a Marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the future Marquis's abode to be. You like it? The future Marquis? Are you sure you don't want to hear the rest? I'll keep this brief. Firstly, the place ahead of you...
What's going on?
Oh, hear me out, all right? I'm sorry for resorting to extreme measures, but I'm trying to help here. Don't worry, the fencing will disappear as soon as I'm done talking.
So are you some sort of fence-spawning yokai?
I'll keep this brief. Firstly, the place ahead of you is a secret room whose purpose, per the legends, is to await the arrival of a certain Marquis. For that reason, it's called the future Marquis's abode to be. Secondly, when you get inside, don't sit on the chair in the centre, or bad things will happen. There, that's all. Off you go.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
This realm knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secret.
Captivated by the epic poetry and enthralled by the outstanding storytelling, the Outlanders knew.
Stop the poem. We have a situation. Something's up with this person.
Traveler? Are you all right?
Come on, you can do it! This can't be how our story ends.
Can I give you a hand, or a tail, even?
Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Cabe, I just realized you said we all had to speak like bards, but every time you open up your mouth, I don't hear any rhymes.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's one standard for us and another for you. That's not fair.
Strong as stone, firm as steel. The Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before, but this time is different.
The attack now over. Only one final step remains.
Now it is the... But alas, As was the case for all those who had come before, the key still did not move an inch. Wait, what? They got it out?
Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts and your legs, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
No hard feelings about your lack of
Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its author.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves, who shall remove the clockwork key.
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy...
Who?
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to...
Him.
Well, there's no 4th person, so... Which of you is the ventriloquist?
We've never heard that voice before. But he sounds like he'd be good at reading bed...
Whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on.
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metro...
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the...
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable little pixie. When I say dragon...
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still...
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you...
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis.
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary noble traveler Marquis. We ask you to help us.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than Demon Feline, but...
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
I'm not even a cat, I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial. This place is sacred to my clan. It's where, after a bitter battle that dragged on for many days, so they say, it's just a legend.
Wait a second? Did I just hear you admit that your clan...
History, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Cape's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be? But that would have to wait. Apparently, Cape was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. The traveler and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
Display of heroism and valor. It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting through them.
Could be wrong, but maybe the Traveler Marquis is a lot more powerful than your ancestors.
Well, technically, by saying that, aren't you implicitly acknowledging that my clan's history is, in fact, true? Your martial prowess and show of courage are... Now, let's get down to business. As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow...
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can...
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of conscience, but the mind cannot understand the dimension.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
A teacher once asked Albizzi. The teacher then turned to
the manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves.
Paimon didn't follow.
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, so in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turned...
Hold on, isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also...
well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. To address your other concern, when the house has already been built, do you...
The Traveler Marquis prepares to insert the...
I guess we should start here?
Why don't you give it another try?
Windblade!
Truth always has a limited scope, and so do right and wrong. Perhaps you had the right answer, but to the wrong question. Keep trying. Truth always has a limited scope, and so do right and wrong. Perhaps you had the right answer, but to the wrong question. Keep trying.
A reward on the road.
Behold, the sacred... Feast your eyes.
I don't believe...
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not...
That might be the most bogus logic.
And yet, it seemed the party decided to visit the...
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? Well, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
The party finds no pet.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
misinformation, half-truth.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Shut up, Cape.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the
My clan's claim to fame is that...
So, next step is open the...
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is...
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time is... But worry not. I had a quick word.
Question 1.
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
And the trusty travel guide, Pixie! Travel guide. Trusty travel guide!
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancient...
If this is the right answer, I swear, I'll...
Correct!
What? A barefaced...
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth of this world?
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? There is no way to know, therefore...
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Traveler Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork... Oh, and this is my family crest.
Do we really need this one?
Is this an ant?
Now, let me see what
elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit...
Oh, does this mean...
Given that my clan's with, it seems like
Boberano.
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai would lift a different cup to reveal the... But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all...
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests.
Cool. Well, once you've plundered the last of...
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
I'll keep this close.
The cohort of truth seekers followed Albizzi to his clan's sacred site. They arrived to the site of a giant guard towering over them.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard. He can be...
Wait, but wasn't Kappei's clan the one that's all about strength? So...
Oh, the guard is one of Kappei's people. Size is a covet. Mine is the clan of empathy. And our key
What's sympathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old didn't mean us. So, they drank the growth serum and grew even... The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you grow all that much, and it actually makes you...
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with...
Everyone, I have returned! I come with the long-awaited...
Well, we weren't told anything about that this morning. Get out of here. Leave us alone.
You and Albizzi only wanted to strike up a conversation with the guard. But since...
Everyone, I have returned! I come...
Well, we weren't told anything about that this morning. Get out!
You and Albizzi only wanted to strike up a conversation with the guard. But since greeting you wasn't one of the items included in today's schedule, the relationship quickly soured. If you're just looking for a way in, why not consider taking the path on your left? Determined, presumably, to always do what is right.
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the... we'll never find the Oracle Pillars and all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you got...
Over here! I found it! Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard. I'll go keep watch.
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's...
Hey, can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty?
Windblade!
How are you feeling? Nervous? I'm curious to see what this end-of-the-world place is like. Come on, let's go meet the others at the station.
Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? think it's a little impolite?
Thank you, honest, and surrendering willingly.
Now that all the pleasantries are out of the way, time to find a way back in. Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect. But don't blame yourself, it's Albizi's clan's fault for taking terrible care of their family crest. How could they let something so important get so dirty? Apparently that was incorrect.